I'm not sure if a video was running or not. We're not 100% sure. But walking along the circle around this lake, and I'm not sure what the name of the lake is, I ran into a flight attendant from our flight to Hanoi today from Da Nang. Amazing, out of this giant city, the capital of Vietnam. I ran into the flight attendant that was on the flight, and she remembered me, so we were talking. And while we were talking, we were just standing over here where we ran into each other, next to where, and we were probably 15 feet from these stools over here. And the lady who, I guess she sells drinks there or something, came over and said we had to move. Get out of the way. This was for her business. And so it epitomized what I've experienced here over the whole time I've been here. But the older people, it was like that vendor. And yet the younger people was like the flight attendant. Vietnam has a much brighter future because of those young people who speak well. They're not afraid to try and speak English. They're very friendly. And so this epitomized that in my interaction with the flight attendant walking along here. This place is really cool. There's a lot of energy here. Now we're in the old city on this lake. If you spin around here, you can see this beautiful lake here. You can also see how many people are here, a lot of energy. So anyway, I thought I'd comment on that. It was very cool to run into the flight attendant from the airline, and she actually remembered us. So we're going to peruse around, try not to get too close to these stools here where these little people's businesses are, and have a good time. All right, welcome to Hanoi. Wow, great to be here. Let me give you some background information or some statistical information while we're walking around about Hanoi. Well, Hanoi lies at the coordinates of the latitude 21 degrees north. It was established as the capital of Vietnam on September 2nd, 1945. It has a total of 3,228.9 square kilometers, or about 1,292 square miles. The population as of 2015 was 7,587,800 people. Hanoi is served as the capital of French Indochina from 1902 to 1954. From 1954 to 1976, it was the capital of North Vietnam and became the capital of the reunified Vietnam in 1976, and is the country's second largest city. The average annual temperature is 23.6 degrees centigrade, which is 74 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's a little warmer than that today. Hanoi has 9 hospitals. It has a number of restaurants whose menus specifically offer dishes containing dog, snake, and various species of insects. No wonder it has 9 hospitals, right? Okay, so there you go, a little bit about Hanoi. We're going to be seeing what it's like for a ripper to live here. Let's go check it out. Hey, so, very major distinction happened just now. Just walking along the street and actually saw this little thing that said market and a sign pointing this way and a doorway down here that says Chao Hang Da. So here, peruse through with me, and then I have a comment about it when we get through. So, did you check it out? I mean, it's massive, and it's it looks like mostly used clothing, used stuff and all, but it's a local market. It has produce, it has meats, it has clothing, it has all this stuff. Nat made a great distinction when we came out. She says, you know something? Not one person said, come here, buy this, buy this. There was no hawking at all because it's a local market. So it's always the same thing. If you go where the tourists go, you can get treated like a tourist. If you go where the locals go, you're going to get treated like a local, which they don't harass the locals as they walk through to try and buy something. So anyway, very cool. It was very nice to be able to go through a market and not be harassed the whole time. So just wanted to pass that distinction on to you. If you're traveling around, try to avoid the tourist areas because you're going to get better deals and get treated better as well. Remember, when it comes to shopping, even shopping, there's always an option. Good morning, Vietnam. In Hanoi. And guess what? Woken up to some music here. And I'm not exactly sure where it's coming from. But it's coming from down there somewhere. Interesting, huh? Anyway, pleasant way to wake up. It's not bad music. My morning wake-up call. Oh, the craziness of driving. Yeah, I think the driving here is actually worse than Saigon. People said it was, but I think it's true. I see groups of 5 people running red lights here. And it's just a weaving in and out of traffic. But we're actually trying to cross the road here to get something that Nat really appreciates. Because it's a little warm here in Hanoi, which I thought actually as we went further north it would actually get cooler, but it really hasn't. So we're going to get something that Miss Nat enjoys. And I do too. Very refreshing. Back to our favorite little sugar cane extractor. Hey, puppy dog. If you wondered how much this is, last night I think I paid $10,000. $10,000. Oh. He actually saw Nat signal and she wants 2, not just 1. So 10,000 a piece. Very refreshing. And the cool thing is, I think I mentioned this before, was that they actually put a little bit of orange juice in it. Thank you so much. Okay. A little bit of orange juice in with it as well. So. Oh, that's refreshing. Thanks for telling me to get 2. And that little shopping, the market was down below this over here, which looks like a big mall, which we haven't been inside yet. And that local market was down below. It's so cool to see how people pile stuff up on motorbikes to transport it, but also what people sell from their motorbike. Here's a lady coming by selling flowers from her bicycle. Wow, nice roses, beautiful roses. And see, this is what causes some of the traffic problems. He could have pulled up here by the sidewalk and avoided some of the traffic congestion like she did, but he's just going to stay right out there and make people go around him, which now creates a little bit of a traffic issue. And one of the things I noticed that was interesting to me before was when you see all the helmets, motorcycle helmets for sale, I saw some that had a hole in the back of the helmet, and I had no idea why there was a hole in the back of the helmet. Till finally I saw some girls riding the motorbike and the hole cut out in the back of the helmet was for their ponytails. Go figure, huh? Anyway, we're gonna keep walking and try to ignore the horn honking. And see, the sidewalks are taken up with parking. I found this all throughout Vietnam, that people don't park on the street, they park on the sidewalks. Which means if they park motorbikes on the sidewalk, you can't walk on the sidewalks, which means you have to step out onto the road to walk, which would be unnerving for older people, for sure, because you're really close to the traffic going by you. Also, notice across the street there's Jollibee. This is a chain. I think this, if I'm not mistaken, started out in the Philippines, because when I was in the Philippines a long time ago, it was just a little tiny chicken place that we used to eat fried chicken, and it was really good chicken as well. Here comes a little vendor. This is great. Even though we're in 2016, you see vendors still carrying the stuff on their shoulder. Still carrying the stuff on their shoulder and selling it. She's got all sorts of stuff here. Those actually look like macadamia nuts. No, what are those? Little balls of something. Coconut candies. Wow. And now I'm sure that's not light, you know? And she's got to negotiate this as well. See, this is the thing about when people stop. First of all, the bikes are on the sidewalk, so you have to go out on the road. Then people stop on the road, and it creates an issue as well. So anyway, but hey, it's a big city. Goes with the territory, right? So let's just walk around here and see what we see. I didn't know flan was so popular. They call it caramel custard or something, but it's actually flan. We had great coconut flan. Where was the coconut flan? In Hoi An. Wow, awesome. No traffic light. If you're going around Vietnam and you see all the writing on the motorbikes, or if you want to park somewhere, many times you got to pay, or you don't have to pay, but they're going to give you a ticket. So to come back and claim your motorbike. And what these numbers are is it matches the ticket that they hand you, and this is like a wax crayon that they'll write the number on the bike. It matches the ticket that they give you. Then when you come back, you hand them the card, and it matches up with the number they let you take the bike. And in some cases, it's free. Some cases, they want to charge you. Some cases, it's free, and you sort of tip out the watchman who watched your bike. A lot of energy in Hanoi. Even last night, so many people eating on the street, having coffee, eating food, hanging out. So if you like that kind of energy and activity, Hanoi seems like a great place. And we'll be talking about some prices here shortly. What a very colorful little alley. The alleys in Hoi An and the alleys in Hanoi are the most interesting places. Watch out, there's a motorbike coming now. Because you find the coolest little businesses and stuff off the beaten path. I wonder what it's up with these flags. This is the only alley I've seen these flags. Interesting how they set that little tent up there so they can eat inside. Huh. So let me talk to you about food. Now you can eat street food really inexpensively. And every once in a while you're going to find a place where you're going to be able to get an air conditioning, good ambiance, get away from the horn honking, and still get a great deal on food. Just happened to stumble across a place called L'Amour. And it's an ice cream shop. I guess it started out as an ice cream shop, but now they have all sorts of food and great prices. Check this out. First of all, we stopped because they had creme brulee, which is a dessert we're always looking for, and sort of evaluate places on how good their creme brulee is. And we had one in Hoi An that was made with green tea. Oh my God, it was horrible. But there's one up in Chiang Mai, an Italian restaurant made with Thai iced tea, the flavor of Thai iced tea, which was excellent. The creme brulee here at L'Amour is excellent. So, but let me tell you about some of these prices. Just to blow through this, and I'll show you some pictures of the menu as I go along. Club sandwich, which is $20, and I'll try and convert some of this for y'all as well. $1.30 US. Breakfast set for 2 eggs and ham with bread. $35, which is going to be $1.50. A Caesar salad with chicken is $55, which is $2.40. I mean, this is killer deals in this. Chicken quesadilla. Now, cheese in Thailand is really expensive. You hardly ever get anything with cheese except for a pizza, and then it's got very little cheese on it. Here, it seems like cheese isn't quite as expensive. Maybe because they have a dairy industry, or because there's beef on every menu here, which they don't eat a lot of beef in Thailand, so maybe they have the dairy cattle as well. Chicken quesadilla, $4. Now, it's a little pricey for here, but let's see what else we got. Chicken burger. Chicken burger is, I'm pretty sure these come with French fries as well. $2.65 for a chicken burger. Nice chicken burger. The beef, okay, let's talk beef here. Here's a beef steak, 100% Aussie, Australian beef, which is $4. Yeah, so they got beef, they got all sorts of stuff here. Let me see if I can pick out something else for you all might like. Fresh spring rolls, if you're familiar with those with shrimp in them, those are $1.50. Fried spring rolls, $2. They have waffles, they have crepes, mango with ice cream. Really cool little place. Spaghetti, I didn't mention they had spaghetti here as well. They got all sorts of stuff. So if you're around, and this is right next to the lake area in the old city. So check out L'Amour. It's a great place to eat if you are looking for inexpensive food, a good ambiance, air conditioning, got some TV, good music, good coffee too, and good creme brulee. Okay, so while we're talking food, let's talk about some prices overall. We'll go try and cover as much as we can. But a basic meal outside of the tourist area and outside the major business district is going to cost you about $2. Now keep in mind, almost everybody that's ever been surveyed said that the cost of living in Hanoi is about almost half, maybe even a little more than half of what it costs in Ho Chi Minh City and Saigon. So it's cheaper to live in Hanoi. A basic meal outside of the business district is going to cost you about $2. And so that's not bad at all. A beer is going to cost you about, domestic beer costs you about 80 cents, something like that. A Pepsi, about 43 cents. Bottled water, it's a third of a liter, a small bottle, about 26 cents. So it's amazing what you can get for the amount of money. About a pound of boneless chicken breast for about $2.45. Liter of milk, $1.69. 12 large eggs, a dozen eggs, $1.50. Not bad at all. Kilo, 2 pounds of apples for about $2. I remember last time I was in America, 1 apple cost me more than $1. Go figure. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what you can get for your money. So there's the food. We're going to go through housing, transportation, all that stuff. So stay tuned. So we're on a mission. Come along with us. We're going to try and find something in Hanoi. We're going to try and find a tripod for my smartphone. I have one, but it was for an older phone, and it doesn't expand big enough to fit this phone. So we're going to try and find a phone shop. We've been doing this now for a half hour. I thought I'll take you all along for the ride. So, do you know where there's a phone shop? A phone shop? You know a phone shop? This way. Oh, okay. Now this is what we've gotten the whole time, is the finger going this way. And we've been going this way for a half hour now. So we're going to continue to go. We might have gotten lucky. Okay, let's see if we can cross without getting flattened by a bus or a taxi. Hello. I'm looking for something like this to hold my phone. You have something like this? No. No, I want to set it down. No. Do you know where? No? This way? This way? No. Is there another phone shop down here? Another phone shop down here? No. Is there same? No, I want to stand it up. This one I have to hold. I don't want to hold. Do you have another phone shop here somewhere? Same like this? This one doesn't go big enough.
Okay. And you want to something to keep the...
Yeah. Hey, we got somebody who can talk to me.
But sorry, we don't have the same
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, well, thank you for helping me. Is there another phone shop somewhere?
Go to the right.
Straight or turn right?
Right.
Oh, okay.
You can find another on the right way.
Okay, on this road? Here?
On this road.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your help. So it appears I might have to MacGyver this thing and figure out a way that I can attach this to this old one, even though it wouldn't clamp like it originally did. Maybe I can use rubber bands or something to attach this. I'm not sure. But I'm not in the MacGyver mode yet. We're going to keep looking. But it appears that everybody uses selfie sticks now to take pictures of themselves. Nobody takes pictures of anything anymore except themselves. What has the world come to? Anyway, we're going to look for a little bit longer and see what we can find. Hello. I want to find something to hold my phone. Yeah. No. Any more shops in here? Can I look somewhere here? Okay, thank you. Okay. We're on the road again. Good price for the sandwich. They had the sandwich $13,000. How much is $13,000? That's a great deal for a sandwich, I think. 58 cents US. 20 baht. Good price for a sandwich. Oh, this will be a fun one to cross here. You would think some of these people would stop to let you go, but they don't. Okay, we got one last shot at this before the MacGyver takes place and kicks in, because we just stumbled across this this big market here, and it's called Chao Dong Zhuan Market. And it's really a place where they sell clothing and fabrics and stuff like this, but I also see they have some electronics and things like that. So we're going to check this out one last shot and see if we can find something that we can adapt this to or get something that will work. So, big market though, lots of stuff. We need to follow up and finish my story. You traveled around with us all day looking for a tripod to be able to put a phone on. Couldn't find one. Well, guess what? We were perusing through the market, and this is what we found. This is what we got in that market that I showed you. What is this? It looks like a selfie stick, right? Same as I kept turning down. Not exactly. Check this out. This is a really cool little device, and it can fit in my pocket. Didn't have to MacGyver anything. So if you look, I just undo this, it pops up. There you go. Holds the phone. Phone fits in here. You're probably saying, JC, but that's what you had before. Yeah, but this one fits the phone, and check this out. Got a little Bluetooth remote to be able to turn on and off the camera to take photos. But this is the best deal right here. Watch this. Just pop this up, and check this out. Feet come off of it. You spin this little guy around, and guess what? We have a tripod. Is that cool or what? So there you go. Didn't have to MacGyver the other one. This is great. It takes care of a couple different things, and I'm good to go. So remember, when it comes to looking for something here, there's always an option. Keep your options open no matter what's happening in your life. Don't always be focused on one thing, that it's got to be one way, because it's possible that other people that I stopped in their shops had this, and they weren't, I don't know what the word would be, creative enough to understand that that would work as well. I don't know, but I went into one, showed them the same as I did before, and they said, no, don't have. But how about this? And I'm going, no, it's a selfie stick. And they're going, no, look. And they opened it up, and I was like, hey, it's a tripod too. So keep your options open no matter what you're going for. Have a preference of what you're looking for, but be open to alternatives as well, no matter what it is in your life. So there you go. There's my alternative selfie stick and tripod. So one of the things I've sort of been avoiding, my goal is always to inform and educate you about living in different cities and different countries. But I actually was helping somebody, another American, to find something. He said, I need to find this, and he talked about the name, and the name was something, Holai or something like this, Hỏa Lò. And I said, I'll help you find it with Google Maps. So anyway, I helped him find this place. It turns out it's the Hanoi Hilton, something I've heard about, forever. And so I figured, well, I almost felt obligated to go in and check it out. And so if you're in Hanoi, come check it out. It's very interesting and enlightening. I actually learned a lot about the treatment of the American soldiers when they were in here, as opposed to what I had previously believed. So check it out. It's very interesting. I recommend it highly to come check it out and peruse through.
Thuê bao hợp tác tàn bạo tại miền Nam Việt Nam. Chiến lược chiến tranh phản bộ vấp phải sự đánh trả quyết liệt của quân giải phóng miền Nam.
All right, so we've stopped for something to eat. And I'll tell you, the thing that I found hardest about Vietnam is sitting down at these little restaurants and coffee shops because all the chairs are kindergarten chairs. So being 6'4", it really makes it difficult to sit like this for long periods of time. But we actually got some noodle soup. We got chicken noodle soup, 45, I think. I think the vegetarian was 25,000 and 10 for the water. And so let's see if I'm right with that. 45, 25, and 10. Very good. You might want to convert that. I'll convert it when I do the video. So anyway, we're digging into some soup here. Looks really tasty. But imagine this, okay, so 65,000 is about 100 baht. So 45 would be about 60 baht, which is $2 something. I'll convert it, put it over on overlay on the video. But anyway, we're sitting here, squatted down, having some noodles. See ya. So if you're wondering what do you put in pho noodle soup, you got a little bit of citrus, which smells like an orange, but they cut the little top. Notice how they cut the top off, so when you squeeze it, the juice comes out, but the problem with it is, so do the seeds. But anyway, you put a little of that in your soup, put a little hot sauce in the soup, put a little soy sauce in the soup, and you're good to go. That and some chopsticks and you're ready. Now the problem is I don't have any spoons, so when we get down to the broth, everybody leaves the broth. I think it's the best part, so I'm going to be slurping this up right out of the bowl. Anyway, there you go. Great noodle soup, great afternoon snack or evening meal. Can't wait to dig in. One thing that doesn't change no matter what Asian country I'm in, that is that the Asian people don't like the sun. They want to have white skin. So everywhere I'm traveling around, I'm seeing people that are bundled up, completely covered from head to toe. Lots of times they have masks on, cover their face, they've got gloves on. The women here actually have these skirts, Velcro skirts that they fold around. Almost a lot of women have these Velcro skirts. And it keeps their legs from getting sun as well. The interesting thing about this is that in Western culture, if you have a tan, you have a little bit darker skin, it shows that you have a little bit of affluence, that you can go play golf, you can go play tennis, you can go to the beach, you can do all these things. You got free time. You don't work in an office, right? Well, in Asian countries, the exact opposite is true. The people that have money don't have to work in the fields, in the rice fields, and out as laborers where they're going to get dark. They're office workers and people that they have to stay in their cars and stay in their homes and be in their offices all day, and so they have these white skin. So everybody aspires to have white skin here. Very interesting.